Hello students. So in the last class we stopped in page number 1 or 12. So we are almost at the end of the chapter. So yeah, we shall continue from where we stopped. So in the last class we saw how Roof was sold himself. Roof has sold himself for 5 pounds, and now it is election morning, and people have to cast their votes, and they are proceeding towards the booths, and Roof is telling or is telling the illiterate woman that don't forget to vote for the motor car because it is our symbol. Okay, so yeah, we shall continue. This was greeted with louder. Roof cast a quick and busy like glance towards the minister and received a smile of appreciation. So when he mocks at the other party that um, you have to vote for the box where the car is posted. Okay, the poster of car is there on the box, and don't look at the other with the man's head because those were the heads are not correct. Okay, those were for those whose heads were not correct. Okay, so after listening to this he sees at the minister like a quick glance. Okay, and received a smile of appreciation, and the leader Marcus Ebe also appreciated for this kind of a thing. Okay, and vote for car, he shouted, all the veins in his neck standing out. Vote for the car and you will ride in it. So it is like boosting. Okay, it is like boosting your party, and it is like entertaining the people, and it is like encouraging the people to vote for your party. So he says vote for the car, and he shouted, all the veins in his neck standing out. He was screaming. Okay, so he was screaming. When you scream, you be louder. Okay, you get louder. So vote for the car and you will ride in it. Okay, so he says in a funny manner, if you vote for a car you can ride in a car, and or if you don't, our children will, pipe the same sharp old girl. There was an old girl who says that if we don't, maybe our children will drive. Okay, and the band from Umuru struck up a new number, says, why walk when you can ride? Why walk when you can ride? So you have a motor car, so you can ride in it. Why do you want to walk? In a funny manner they are trying to entertain people around, and they are trying to bring like enthusiasm or enlightenment, enthusiasm, and a happy surrounding. Okay, so in spite of his apparent calm and confidence, Chief, the Honorable Marcus, was a relentless stickler for detail. He knew he would win what the newspapers called a landslide victory. Okay, but he did not wish even so to throw away a single vote. So as soon as the first rush of the voters was over, he promptly asked his campaign boys to go one at a time and put in their ballot papers. So Chief the Honorable Marcus, he was already known. He knows already that he is gonna win. Like it is called as landslide victory. Okay, landslide victory is a victory by a large margin, very substantial victory, particularly in an election. So he knows that people are his side. Okay, many many margin or many maximum people will vote for him. Okay, so he already, like a leader, he knows that he will win landslide victory. Okay, substantial victory with uh, high votes or more votes. Okay, but he doesn't want to throw even a single vote. Okay, so he says soon after the first rush of voters, he says he promptly asked his campaign boys to go one by one and put their ballots paper. Okay, so vote. He says the campaign boys to go and vote. Roof, you had better go first, he said. So now the Marcus eBay. He says because Roof was the trusted campaigner and he was very close to him. He says, Roof, you go better. You go better. Okay, you better go first. Roof's spirits fell, but he let no one see it. All morning he had amassed his deep worry with the surface exertion within, which was unusual even for him. Now he dashed off in his springy fashion towards the booths. A policeman at the entrance searched for illegal ballot papers and passed him. Then the electoral officer explained to him about the two boxes. By this time the spring had gone clean out of his walk. He sidled in and was confronted by the car and the head. He brought out his ballot paper from his pocket and looked at it. How could he betray Marcus even in secret? He resolved to go back to the other man and return his £5. £5? He knew at once it is impossible. He had sworn on that the notes were red, the cocoa farmer busy at work. So now it was turn of Roof to vote. Okay, so from morning he was hiding this thing. Okay, now his spirits fell. He was guilty. He was feeling guilty, and he was like he lost his spirits. Okay, so it is a time now. He has to get inside. Policeman searched at the entrance, searched him for illegal ballot papers, and then electoral officer explained him about two boxes, and he took the ballot paper from the pocket, and he just thinks a minute that how could he even betray Marcus in secret. Okay, even in secret he cannot betray Marcus. He cannot cheat, or he cannot and I mean he feels guilty. Okay, because he has already taken 5 points, and his result, he in a minute he thinks of going back and giving back the £5 which he took from the opposite party. Okay, and then he thinks, because and it becomes impossible because he already sweared on God, native deity. He already sweared on that, and he sees the notes were red, and he sworn on and the cocoa farmer on the note. Okay, everything he sees, and he is in a confused state now because he doesn't want to betray his leader, because he feels guilty, and now he even can't go back and give the £5. Okay, because he has sworn on the notes were red. At this point, he heard the muffled voice of the policeman asking the electoral officer what that man was doing inside. Abhina picking, I am the born. Okay, so he says, the police officer who is standing outside says, what that man is doing so much for? He's taking so much of time. Okay, is he done with the voting? So this is what he talks. Quick as lightning, a thought leapt into Roof's mind. He folded the paper, tore it into two along the crease, and put one half in each box. He took the precaution of putting the first half in Madhuka's box and confirming the action verbally. I vote for Madhuka. They marked his thumb with indelible purple ink to prevent his return, and he went off to the booth and jauntily as he had gone in. Okay, so yeah, quickly there was a flashlight in his head. Okay, there was a flash he got in his mind. He folded the paper and he torn it. Okay, he tore it into two pieces. The ballot paper which you get for the vote, he torn that into two pieces and puts first half put each half pieces in each box, two boxes. Okay, so he took the precaution. He tried to put the first piece into the Madhuka's box and the second piece in the Marcus box to show action verbally that I vote for Madhuka. Okay, just to show that he votes first for Madhuka, he puts the first piece of ballot paper in Madhuka's box. Okay. Then the election committee, they marked with the incredible indelible purple ink on his hand to make sure that he will not return back to the team. And yeah, he left the election booth as jauntily as had gone in. Like how he went in the same confused spirits fell, and in a guilty feeling he comes out of the booth. Okay. Now, so in the end you saw that how he took £5 and he was neither loyal to the committee or the party which he was in, and he was not even loyal to the committee which he took £5 from. Okay. So his ballot, his vote was not counted because it was stolen. Okay. Because it was stolen, that vote will not be counted. Okay. It is not valued. First of all, it was not valued, it is not counted, and it is just waste. It has gone in waste. That's it. Okay. His vote is not counted, it has gone in waste, and he is in a guilty feeling because he has done a mistake. Okay. So now you can see how election committee, leaders, what kind of leaders, what situations change people, money change people. Okay. How people give importance to money. So yeah, even though Roof voted, but his ballot paper was of no use, it was not valued because he torn the ballot paper and puts each half in each box. Okay. So yeah, we are done with this chapter. We will stop here.